Could Google's dominance over your online searches be coming to an end? A new lawsuit from Yelp is challenging the tech giant's control in a way that might just reshape how millions of Americans get their information. Stay tuned as we dive into this high-stakes legal battle today on Cornerstone News. It starts at the airport bar. 2 drinks, maybe 3, while waiting for that delayed flight. But what happens next has Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary calling for a change. O'Leary wants airports to enforce a strict 2-drink limit on passengers before boarding. The reason? A surge in unruly behavior on flights this summer, a trend he attributes to extended delays and too much alcohol. According to O'Leary, passengers should be required to show their boarding pass at airport bars. And after 2 drinks, the taps should run dry. Ryanair, like other European airlines, has witnessed a spike in disruptive passengers, and O'Leary isn't alone in his concerns. Air traffic delays, some of the worst in recent years, have left passengers lingering at the airports, often finding solace at the bar. With Ryanair carrying over 58 million passengers across May, June, and July, the stakes are high. A fact sheet from the International Air Transport Association backs up O'Leary's claims, showing an annual rise in unruly passenger incidents. In 2023, it was 1 per 480 flights. For O'Leary, the solution is simple: less alcohol, fewer problems in the skies. As the new school year looms, there's a quiet burden weighing on American families. Outfitting kids for school has become more than just a seasonal task. It's a financial strain that's pushed millions of parents into debt. A recent bank rate survey reveals that nearly 1/3 of U.S. adults shopping for back-to-school items will either take on new debt or have already done so. That number, up from 29% last year, tells a story of rising costs and mounting pressure. Ted Rossman, a senior industry analyst at Bankrate, warns that the true scope of this debt could even be higher, noting that half of all credit card holders are already grappling with outstanding balances. The financial hit isn't just about pencils and notebooks. Back-to-school expenses now average $875 per child in kindergarten through 12th grade. And for college students, that figure soars to about $1,375. Electronics, clothing, and backpacks add up fast, and for families already dealing with inflated household expenses, it's just another load on an already heavy burden. Credit card debt is easy to get into and hard to get out of, Rossman said. As back-to-school shopping reaches its peak, many parents are feeling the sting, yet they carry on, determined to give their kids what they need, no matter the cost. Small and mid-sized businesses are the backbone of the American economy.
Schools is this nation's backbone.
But this year, that backbone is showing serious cracks. In the first half of 2024 alone, 346 companies have filed for bankruptcy, marking the worst half year since 2010. July saw 75 companies go under, the highest in any month since 2020. So what's causing this surge in bankruptcies? A combination of rising interest rates, tightening credit conditions, and cooling consumer demand. Consumer discretionary businesses like restaurants, clothing stores, and car dealerships are being hit the hardest. With borrowing costs at a 23-year high, many of these businesses can no longer sustain their operations. Small businesses are facing a particularly tough situation. Credit access has shrunk, making it nearly impossible for them to secure necessary loans. Meanwhile, consumer spending, which typically spikes in the summer, has been disappointingly low, further impacting service-based businesses that rely on these months for revenue. While the situation looks grim, experts suggest that this could be a normalization following the economic distortions of the pandemic. As old businesses close, new ones continue to emerge, providing a glimmer of hope for the future. Yelp is throwing down the gauntlet against Google, accusing the tech titan of monopolizing the local search and advertising markets. This bold move comes on the heels of a U.S. District Court ruling that labeled Google a monopolist, a decision that could have far-reaching implications for how we all get our information online. Filed in the federal court in San Francisco, Yelp's lawsuit alleges that Google manipulates search results to promote its own local search offerings, effectively sidelining competitors like Yelp. This claim is that when users search for a local business, Google's monopoly power ensures that they see Google's own content. everything from directions to reviews, without needing to click on any outside resources, including Yelp. Google, however, isn't taking this lying down. In a statement, a Google spokesperson dismissed Yelp's claims as not new, noting that similar accusations have been thrown out before the FTC and more recently by a judge in the Department of Justice's case against Google. The spokesperson added that Google plans to, quote, vigorously defend against Yelp's meritless claims. As the lawsuit unfolds, it could set the stage for a dramatic shift in the digital landscape, influencing how tech giants operate and how we interact with the internet. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Cornerstone News. Remember to subscribe and share to keep your network informed. And if you're in need of reliable credit card processing solutions, be sure to visit cornerstonepaymentsystems.com. Till next time, stay informed and stay resilient.